Hi. How's everyone? I didn't even time that. That was just lucky. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? I have a lamp I'm trying to position correctly because I moved my webcam around after the last one, and I forgot to put it back in the right place. But now it is. Hi. So, oh, you know what? I should probably. You guys mind? You guys mind if I tweet? Oh, before we go, you can't really see it, but I did say I would wear this. Without Brian, there is no happiness. I did wear it, just like I said I would. Y'all mind if I tweet for a second? I'm just gonna tweet that we are live. Should take me all of 30 seconds. Topperoonies. So let's see here. And if you are on Twitter, you may just get these alerts in real time. But wins. I mean, I could probably. What's a good app that posts to all of your socials at the same time? I should probably use one of those. I don't. I just manually cross post everything to everywhere else. But I'm just gonna do Twitter because that's okay. So Marble, come, don't start. Come watch Marble Hornets Season 2 with me because we are buds. And paste-a-rooney, tweet-a-rooney, and there we go. And as somebody I know often says, and now we're off to the races. So, we have already done, if you were here yesterday, welcome back. If you were not here yesterday, we watched Marble Hornets Season 1 from June 2009 until... How long in 2010 did it run for? Probably like a year, if I had to guess. I remember the hotel stuff for Season 2 being shot in like late 2010. I forget exactly when. So, around that time. So now we are taking a time warp back from 2010 until December 2011 to January 2012, something like that. We're going back in time again to Marble Hornets Season 2. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Season 1 is really fresh in my memory. Season 3 is very fresh in my memory. Season 2, I can never... It seems like I can never quite get a handle on it. I always have trouble remembering what's what that happened in it. So, I'm gonna try and pay more attention this time. So I'm gonna be watching it with you folks very attentively while we go. So, let's see, I got my volume sliders all in a row, my ducks all in a row. All right. You folks ready? Folks. Let's watch Marble Hornets Season 2. Here we go. I'm sipping mango veggie applesauce, by the way, for whoever asked. How do I slow mode? Do I have to do that, or do you do that? Oh, it is in slow mode. Slow mode is just also very fast. Scenic Ramada Inn. Capri Sun is juice. This is applesauce. Okay? Two very different things. Oh, my dog is hooting and hollering out there. Yeah, subtitles didn't show up last time for some reason. Maybe they will this time. Let's give it a shot. It may just be because of the media player that I'm using. It definitely has subtitles because I'm playing it off of the DVD file that I have. So unless that one is wrong, it should have subtitles on it. You're very welcome for wearing the shirt tonight, Robin. It was my pleasure. And I am not using this off of the, playing this off of the external HD this time. That's why it took me a minute to get started today, because I was copying it over to my regular PC, so. I think we booked that, or I wasn't really around for that part. I think they had that hotel room for 2 days, and they did all of Jessica's scenes on day 1 and all of my scenes on day 2. So I actually didn't meet her until season 3. And so I turned subtitles on the media player. We'll see if they actually show up. There hasn't been any dialogue yet, so far there hasn't been any. They haven't showed up yet. Yeah, so the Jessica was a hired actress. They so there was a we actually filmed a scene in season 3 at this location that we cut and rewrote and shot in a different place. And I'll say which one that was tomorrow. But yeah, so Jessica was one of 2 student actresses that showed up for the audition that I think Joseph and Troy advertised. I don't know how they advertised it. And her name just happened to be Jessica. It's the little things. And we're back at the Ramada. I remember somebody mentioned concrete giraffes in the chat yesterday. I first met Little Karibo at a convention that was at the University of Alabama in 2011. And it turns out he was a big Marble Hornets fan anyway. That was why he made that video in the first place. So I snuck in without a badge because that was easy to do then. And I snuck into his autograph line and introduced myself. And he got really excited. and I think we all met up for dinner later on. And I told him, and he asked something about the hotel in season 2. I said, and we said, yeah, it was at the Ramada Inn next to the interstate. And he said, it's the what? And it turns out that's the one he was staying in. I don't know if he was staying at the exact same room, but he was like really close to it. He was like just down the hall. So he got pretty excited about that. I remember that. The laying low part never lasts very long, does it? Ooh. Yeah, this was in like December because the pool is all covered up. The pool, folks, is closed. I mean, to be fair, all of the Ramada Inns do look exactly the same, so you could be... there are thousands of hotels that look exactly like that, so it would be difficult to tell if you were in the exact same ones. Definitely remember that laptop bag. There's the hand move. You see? Oh, he's gonna do the... Yep. Ah. Haven't they said something like, if you think you're showing COVID-19 symptoms, that don't take ibuprofen, take aspirin or something? I don't want to be giving out misinformation, so that's why I'm asking, but I think I saw that, yeah. Key! Sorry, we can't not say key. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the ibuprofen thing. That's why I was kind of iffy about even saying anything. Of course, I mean, I guess just not taking a medicine is... taking one medicine instead of another one, it probably isn't the worst thing in the world. I would have waited until daytime, fella. Oh yeah, there's the first GoPro shot.
What's that?
What's what?
What's that under your jacket?
Oh, this is it's a camera.
What's it for?
Recording stuff.
Making videos of things. It's for a documentary. I'm shooting a documentary.
What's it about?
Hotels.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm Jessica. Nice to meet you.
Jay.
Jay.
What?
Just sounds familiar. I don't know.
How so?
She makes this look so easy.
Have you been in something I've seen?
Unless I've done something I don't know about. Yeah. So I guess it's kind of a common.
She's
name.
supernatural. Not supernatural.
Yeah,
very natural in this.
Yeah,
It was nice to meet you, though.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Acting in a way that doesn't seem like acting is a very difficult thing to do, and she makes it seem very, very easy to me. Probably because she had the most training out of all of us. or the most experience, whatever. I know some people have said that, like, in some of her later scenes, I've heard a couple of people, I disagree, say that she may have, like, overdone it a little bit in some of the later scenes that she's in, but I mean, she's a theater actor, so, you know, you're going to use whatever you learned doing theater. And, you know, theater acting is all about projection because everyone has to see you. So, I could see why maybe if some of that came through in something like this, it might come across as, like, maybe a little too big. But again, you know, I disagree. The first tunnel scene. Oh, the subtitles aren't showing up again. I literally don't understand why that is. Actually, you know what? I might be able to... If you guys wouldn't mind pausing for just a second, I might actually be able to add the subtitle file randomly, or not randomly, manually if it's still on here. That should be something I can do. Let's see, season 2. Where would that be? Dang it, are you kidding me? I may not be able to do it. They may be in the wrong format. Ugh! Yeah? Yay! Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to be able... I don't think it's going to work. They're not formatted correctly, and they're also split up in between individual entries, so, like, the time codes aren't going to match up, I don't think. Because unless they will use these Adobe Encore formatted subtitles. I don't know if they will. Let's give it a try. What's that, hon? I'm gonna eat your pretzels. You better not. My wife brought me pretzels, but she said she's gonna eat them if I'm not any faster. So we're gonna try this really fast. The file name is MH Season 2 DVD, full season subtitles, fully corrected. Use this one, JesusChrist.txt. So I'm guessing these are the ones that I should use. Now let's see if they work. If they don't work, we're out of luck. I don't know why they're not. Go figure.
Huh? Oh. Yeah.
So if you see subtitles,
stick 'em in the
it
back.
worked. If you don't see subtitles, then it didn't work.
Hotel Hornet.
A what?
I mean, people don't normally bring groceries to hotels.
Yeah. Well, you know, I guess not.
What are you doing here? You think
I'm
it's
still
a
having technical problems with the DVDs 5 years later.
my
Go
house.
figure.
hotel?
No, not like my house. It's being renovated.
Oh.
So, like, I'm staying here until it's fixed.
That's not what you said earlier.
So, yeah. I mean, what about you? Like, you've been here a while.
Got kicked out.
Sorry, everybody. I don't know why the subtitles aren't working.
So I'm just like here till I find a new place.
Maybe I can figure it out by tomorrow.
Why'd you get kicked out?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I mean, that's fine.
That's like my catchphrase.
Get to work.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I know Jessica lives in New York City. The real Jessica, real life Jessica, lives in New York City now, but I'm not sure what she's up to exactly. Whatever she's doing, I hope she's doing great at it.
What is it?
Are you okay in there?
Yeah.
I mean, I just heard some loud noises like they were coming from your room.
I just woke up.
Really?
Woke up.
Yeah, why is there a camera in my face?
Oh, man, I was just shooting some stuff in here, and then I heard these voices coming from your room.
I'm gonna go to bed.
The last time in history the connecting door between two rooms was used in a hotel. Unless you all use those doors. I don't think I've ever used one. There actually is an early operator silhouette appearance in one of these that we made. But it was a little too dark, and you almost can't actually see it. It may have been that one. It may have been behind her. I honestly don't remember. Rosswood Park. Looks a lot different now, I think. I think they've built a lot of stuff there since then. We need pretzel bites with Dijon mustard. The king of mustard. Yeah, you do the running in the woods for once. This is almost like foreshadowing of the entire rest of the series as far as the locations to come.
Hey! Excuse me.
Hey fella, you got games on your phone?
Hey. Excuse me.
Striking that sick pose.
Are you okay? Excuse me.
Those are not bell bottoms. That are what we call boot
Can I
cut
help you?
jeans. Thank you very much.
No. Sorry, I thought you were someone else.
Can I help you? No. That was our buddy Ellis. I think he lived with Troy and Joseph at Bryan at one point, I think. After the place they were living in at last season. I don't think I've heard from him pretty much since then. So, ain't no telling what that fella's up to now. Wonder if he still has Facebook. I can see right now.
What do you want?
Nothing. Well, okay, this might sound weird, but do you know anything about the parks around
Dang.
here?
Parks?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few of them. Any in particular?
The one, it's off of, what's the road? It's called, Rosswood Road, I think.
I don't know.
No, wait, it's actually called Rosswood Park.
Dang.
It's
Not on Facebook
pretty
anymore.
big.
Who knows?
Have you heard of it?
I mean, I may have been there as a kid, but nothing comes to mind.
Nothing at all?
No, why are you asking?
I'm just curious. I mean, I just got here, so I'm looking for a good area to start looking for an apartment.
She's the voice
Just
of
got here?
reason.
Yeah, my job relocated me, and now I'm just looking for a
No,
place to...
you told me your house was being renovated.
No, I didn't. Why would I say that?
Yes, you did.
No, you must have misheard me. or
Sorry you all had to see
No,
me
I
lick
didn't.
the mustard on camera. I like mustard, okay?
something. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm obviously bothering you. I'm just gonna go back to my room.
Hey,
What?
have you been feeling alright?
Yeah? Why?
Nothing's up.
I mean, I haven't been sleeping that well, but I never sleep
Same.
when I'm in hotels.
Hmm.
You haven't been having any kind of like memory loss or anything, have you?
No.
Alright.
Hmm. Okay, I'll only do it one more time. Hmm. It's good. What do you want? It's Grey Poupon.
What are you doing?
I'm just seeing who's at the door.
The camera?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I had it in my hand already. I was
Look,
doing
Jay,
some filming.
I know you're lying. First you tell me some stupid thing about a hotel documentary, and then you tell me your house was being renovated, but then you told me your job was being relocated. What is going on?
It's complicated.
You're not acting like a normal person.
Well, what's the matter to you? You're just some stranger.
think something's going on. I know something's going on.
Like what?
I don't know how I got here. You're the only person I've seen in this hotel other than the staff, and we have adjoining rooms. I don't even know you. You said it yourself, I'm a stranger. Have I had any kind of memory loss at all? I think I'm going crazy. I'm losing huge chunks of time. I'm having pounding headaches and coughing fits, and I can't sleep. But when I do sleep, I think I'm sleepwalking. And I keep having these dreams where I'm a little kid and something's watching me.
Stop.
Just knock it off, will you?
What?
I'm still in Death Stranding mode from earlier.
Look,
Knock it off, will you?
Jessica, I'll tell you everything. But just give me a few minutes to get it all straight in my head. I'll be in there soon. You should probably start packing some things, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to leave tonight.
We're gonna have to blow this popsicle stand.
Leave your door open.
Folks, if anybody tells you to leave your door open, don't do it. Is that scene with Jessica the first time that anyone's vocal volume has gone above like a halfway point volume wise in this series so far? Because all things considered, everyone's been pretty chill up until now.
Jessica, I'm coming in. Jessica.
Oh yeah, Amy takes the cake, yeah. Alex may have been hooting and hollering a little bit.
Jessica.
Oh, of course. Oh my goodness. The first Ray's voice, I think, maybe, as whoever it was pointed out in chat, has got to be, "You brought your dog." Right? That's the same combination I have on my luggage. Try again, fella. That was I remember that one of the running gags before this entry came out. People were speculating what was in the safe, and it was Brian's head was in the safe, was the popular theory. That was a great... I'm still a big fan of that. The hand... Oh. Did you guys hear anything when Tim got hit with the flashlight? I could have sworn you were supposed to. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, good point, Caden Tonio.
Alright. It is Wednesday.
Jay always got tracked down because he
April
never
1st,
used a VPN
2010.
whenever he uploaded these videos.
It's 3:56 p.m. Right now, I am on my way to the return address here that was on the package that was outside my door a couple of days ago.
VPNs were
More or
widespread in
less been driving
2010. I
nonstop
believe I
since
had
got
one,
the package
or was subscribed to
and,
one.
Watched the tape that was in it. And I think getting fairly close.
I did Usenet downloading for a little while.
To the address, the return address. Probably say about 15 or 20 minutes away. I have no idea what's going to be there when I get there. So,
Mine wasn't free.
it's looking a little rainy.
It may have been NordVPN, actually. I don't remember.
I don't know why I'm still talking.
So this building, again, if you were here last night, I said there were a lot of different buildings that were sort of in the same area as the abandoned hospital location that we used. This was another one. This, if you were looking straight ahead, like through the camera, if you were to turn to the right, the abandoned hospital would be just a little ways down there. Because there's the road that goes in front of it. If you look out this window, I don't know if he ever points it out this way, but you might be able to see it. We never got in trouble, but we came close. So I believe Troy and Ellis came out here and de-graffitied the place to a certain extent. They came out here with black spray paint and sprayed over some of the graffiti that was already there. Penises mostly, I think. I never got hurt. I think I may have got like a little nick on the forehead, but that was about it. Don't think we got a chance to actually film in the rain very often. I know who that is. To everyone asking how we did scenes that came later, how about you wait until we get to them? Then I'll talk about it.
Hello?
Did To the Ark use the rule of thirds? Maybe. Depends on if he had grid lines on his, he had the grid lines turned on or not.
There's nothing here.
If I have them on, I can't help but not use them. But if I don't, then
What are you wanting me
all
to
the
see?
rules
I'm
are
not
out the
seeing
window.
Anything.
Jay?
Ooh.
Get the cord! Here, take it.
Getting. I do remember when we shot this scene, this was when I got a little nick on the forehead.
Hold on still. What?
Give me the knife!
No, I'm not giving you the knife.
Turn off the camera.
What? No, hey.
He's not gonna fall.
What are you doing?
I want to say the whole reason we did the unmasking thing was because we thought it was in there is because we thought it was super obvious who it was wearing the mask, but there were still a lot of people like debating who it was. And we were like, fine. We'll tell you. I think that might have been the first test of the GoPro's underwater casing. Now, I could be way off the mark here, but when we got the GoPro in 2010, they were still really new. Like, that was the like version 1 that first came out. Was Marble Hornets like the earliest or one of the earliest times that a GoPro was used for like a narrative feature as opposed for just showing like, you know, sports footage or whatever? Because, you know, you'd see stuff of like people on dirt bikes or whatever, but I don't know, was it ever...
Why did you do that? What were you thinking? Yeah, I did what I had to. Just stabbed me.
I'm not saying it was, I'm just saying it would be pretty cool if it was.
And I probably should. Hotel you were at, what room you were at, and then get a package delivered to your door. You're not exactly on spot.
You don't even use a VPN.
What do you want me to do between now and whenever you decide to call me then? Lay low. Yeah. Great, cool. I'm great at doing that, Alex.
I don't know what this effect is called, but I like it. He didn't lay low for 7 months. This is the flashback.
You reached the voicemail of Alex Curley. I'm not answering my phone right now. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
That's actually Joseph's normal voice. We had to pitch it up for the rest of this. So, have any of you all heard the story behind this, or were you watching it at the time whenever it first came out? Because if you were, you might remember this entry had to be taken down and cropped and re-uploaded because there was footage of a kid in a SpongeBob shirt, which didn't come out until '98.
Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, somebody that we knew, I won't say who, just for reasons, but somebody that we knew actually had that. It was like a someone that they were related to had that. It was just like an old home movie that they had, and it just happened to say Alex in it, and that was too perfect not to use, so we used it.
Dark, Alex.
You know, that reminds me, we did actually, in Season 3, briefly kick around the idea of having
Yeah.
more flashback stuff in Season 3, like childhood era stuff. And I talked to my aunt and cousins, and they were all down to be in it, but we ended up not really going anywhere with that.
I remember hearing a story that back in the 1800s they thought this place was blessed because everything would grow so fast. They would take their worst criminals, murderers and child molesters, and they would put them on trial before God out here. They would tie them up to the trees, and the idea was that they would get stretched out, kind of like a rack. They never fed or gave them water though, so they would just die of dehydration.
Why are you telling me this?
They never cut down the bodies. They would just burn the whole tree with them still on it.
I believe this story was a reference to the kind of a throwback to the
And he finally turned
some of the
up when they
stuff
were
in the
doing
Something Awful
trials.
thread, but I can't remember exactly.
He had been dismembered and strung up.
I do remember there's
So
an
is this
entry
why
that
we're out
later
here
that takes place right after
to,
this one,
Look at trees
but
and
Joseph
tell
lost
spooky
that
ghost
jacket, so
stories?
he had to hunt down another one online before we could shoot it.
Come here.
What?
Just come here.
Wait, hold on a second. There's only about a minute left on this tape. I'm gonna change it real quick.
We did use the same camera for the whole thing because, you know, at that point it was like the camera was just as much a part of it as anything else. And like I said, if you were here last night, whenever I read that chunk of the review of the camera, it was a big reason why Marble Hornets looked the way it did. So it literally would not have looked the same if we'd used multiple cameras or more than one camera. Yeah, fortunately the camera that we used did not actually use tapes. Otherwise, this would not even be in widescreen. It would be in standard def 4:3, which would have been perfect for the old 2009 YouTube player. That's how long ago this was. If you actually watch these on YouTube, that's why they're sort of like square but letterbox. It's because they were uploaded for the old square YouTube player that YouTube used to have.
Alex,
Meet me at Rosswood Park tomorrow.
why haven't you called? It's been over a week.
Meet me at Rosswood
No,
Park.
I heard you. Just where have you been?
Yeah, this was right on the verge of whenever DSLR cameras first started taking off. We did have one of those. We shot all the THAC videos with one, or most of them, until like 2015-ish when we got a new camera. Or maybe 2014, I forget. But most of those earlier THAC shorts were shot with a DSLR. But, you know, like I said, we didn't use it for this because it would be kind of jarring to go from the Handycam footage to DSLR footage. So we just stuck with this the whole time. Yeah, nobody had smartphones in this because iPhones were still new and expensive. I like to think he was standing outside like that the whole time. Like from the phone call until right now, well, until it got dark. I mean, yeah, iPhones are expensive now, but they were even more expensive then. And they were the only ones. Plus a Gen 1 iPhone. I didn't get a smartphone until 2016. Oh, he's peeking. Would have been a lot worse sleeping in his car if he didn't have a hatchback. We actually shot the rollerblade footage of Troy Moves Out of the back of that very same car. One of them drove, the other one sat in the back with the camera right on the edge. Honestly, it's been so long since I watched it, I don't even remember what the deleted entry is. Huh. Was it hard to roller skate? Yes. I hadn't done it since I was in like 4th grade. I don't think that barn is there anymore. I think it's gone before the end of the series. I think by season 3 it's replaced with something else.
You reached the voicemail of Alex Fraley. I'm not answering my phone right now. Please leave your name and a number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Alex, you didn't actually tell me what time you're going to meet me here, so I'm here whenever you decide to come.
Hey fella, put some pep in your step, huh? The trilogy. Yeah, the entries that cover the same amount of time but from different perspectives are definitely one of my favorites. One of my favorite things that we did. As myself and a certain gentleman in the chat discussed earlier, some of them may have been a little longer than they needed to be. Perhaps. But I stand by him. Is this the one with the bees? I think there may have been bees in this one. think they might have run into bees, maybe. I'm actually not sure where this was. I think this was getting cleared out for a neighborhood or something. Like, I think by season 3, by the time I was out here filming out here with them, I think this area might have been gone already.
Name and a number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Alex, I'm in the woods right now near where I parked. So
I'm in the woods.
if you're here, you're wondering where I am. I'm in here. I'll probably be back out there in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm not exactly sure where I am. So
Tunnel's definitely still there because
I'll be
it's
out
like a
there in just a
drainage
minute.
tunnel underneath a road, so I don't think they can really fill that in. I don't know if anyone got stung, though. I do know towards the end in Season 3, when Troy and I were filming at my old high school, somehow a wasp or possibly a hornet had managed to get under his hat while he had it off. And he put it back on and he got stung on top of the head. Fitting ending to the series, I suppose. There he is. Yes. Yeah. Tinder wasn't around yet back then. This is how you had to do it. The auto mod caught the phrase, Lynch shit. As in early Lynch shit. As in David Lynch. Can I solve every To the Ark puzzle live here on chat? Not at all. Twin Peaks Season 3 is my favorite anything. Period. I think most of the To the Ark codes were, hey, you got games on your phone? What was the whole thing with the cement blocks? I don't know what that means. We're gonna have to be more specific. Who is Hoodie in this one? Troy, probably. If I had to guess. Do I still talk to Brian? Yes. He's one of the only people that I know who still just calls you up on the phone and asks how you're doing. It's nice. It's endearing. There he is. So I know we get asked a lot how we made the mask for that. That was actually a black tank top with the face put on with bleach. It was bleach stains. And I want to say the mouth was like an accident. I think it was just supposed to be eyes. And like whatever they were using with the outline of the eyes, it was like the edge. Some bleach got over the edge and accidentally got where the mouth was. Where the mouth ended up being, but they liked the way it looked, so they ended up using it that way. That might be... I don't know if that's my #1 favorite To the Ark video, but that's definitely up there. I think my favorite one might be the one with all the TVs in the woods, but that's not till season 3. I don't know if that To the Ark entry was ever on, like, YouTubers React or anything, but I know every once in a while you'll see it crop up on, like, some of those goofy compilations that are, like, footage found from the dark web. I know I've seen footage from entry 19 on one of those. He hucked that phone. Fella just hucked that bad boy. Were there any mysteries or puzzles that the community left unsolved? Yeah, probably. I don't know what the unsolved ones are. Oh yeah, I have seen the Vsauce video with the Marble Hornets clip in it. That was pretty cool.
Jay, I'm outside the woods. I don't know why you decided to go in there, but get out here. Now. Jay! What the hell are you doing out here?
That's like me playing Death Stranding earlier.
Jesus Christ.
What? Back in the day, there was a clip of the audio from this scene going around on Tumblr that had been slowed down to half speed, and it's very funny. I highly recommend it.
That thing is in there.
All of our southern accents sound way stronger when you slow it down.
Yeah.
What were you doing a couple of miles in the woods?
I don't know. I was tired of waiting on you because you didn't tell me what time you were going to be here. And
Was
You know,
the
I thought I'd take a look
camera a
around while I was
couple
waiting.
miles
I got
in
kinda
the
lost, I guess.
woods?
You got lost in woods you've never been in. Do you at least have the camera?
I love him.
No.
Is the camera a couple of miles in the woods?
Yes, it is because I dropped it.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. You saw what was on the video I sent you.
For the record, I'm not laughing because I
have
think
no
this is
clue
bad.
what
It's
any
just,
No.
it's very endearing to me.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Help me, Jay. All right? Look, we have a better chance of finding her together.
Yeah, I'll help you, but today I'm done.
Why?
So I've had enough.
Fine. Fine.
Alex, I said I'd help you. I can't today, not after that. I'm just gonna go to a hotel and stay there because I don't want to sleep in my car tonight.
Well, I
Fine.
got bad news about the Ramada
Just
Inn,
follow
buddy.
me. I know a couple that are close by.
I don't want any close to here.
Your car is
Just come
probably
on.
more comfortable, honestly.
Alex, wait.
What?
It's in my car.
What's on it?
I don't know, I guess the battery's dead.
We'll check it when we get to the hotel. Let's go.
I like the audio on that one. Big fan. I think this might have been one of the only entries that was shot not in Alabama. I think I think Troy was doing some freelance work for this guy that he was working with back at the time.
Okay, yeah.
So I think this might have actually been in like Mississippi or Tennessee or something. Not that you can tell. I mean, it's a hotel room. May have just been at another Ramada, though. Honestly, kind of looks the same. Oh yeah, this is the one with a Cyberhawk in it.
How much further is it to the house?
About 5 minutes.
Are we there yet?
Is this it?
Yeah. That window up there is the one we jumped out of.
Where'd you go after that?
I don't know. The next thing I remember, I was waking up in my apartment with the camera.
Is there anyone home? Can you tell?
I don't think so. I don't see a roommate's car.
Whose car is that up there?
It's a divided house, so these cars belong to her neighbors. They live in the right side there.
Oh, okay, and Amy lives on the left.
Yep.
Okay. Well, why don't you just go knock on the door? Can't hurt. We're here.
And in hindsight, like, you know, I have nothing against, you know, like, I'm very pro, like, dialogue that isn't specifically devoted to furthering the plot or whatever, and just, you know, characters shooting the shit or whatever. But in hindsight, watching this now, the Alex explaining the divided house is funny to me. Yeah, we mostly filmed in Tuscaloosa because we were all students at the university.
Who are you calling?
Roommate. Hey Jessica, it's Alex. I was just calling to see if you had
Yeah,
heard from Amy
describing the
recently.
house floor plan as
Just give me
world
a call
building.
back whenever you get a chance. Thanks.
I think that just then is probably the most casually mean we ever really get to see Alex, when he's just like, who are you calling? Roommate.
So where are we going now?
We're gonna take you back to the hotel, and then I'm heading back to my place.
Do you want me to follow you?
Yeah, I'm glad Marble Hornets didn't have any
I think it's best that
profanity in it, just because I feel like that limits your audience, I think.
Why? Alright, whatever.
See, the GoPro footage always sounds like that because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think we were ever able to use it outside of the waterproof housing there. So it's always in the little waterproof casing. There's like one or two very mild cusses in the show, I think, but they don't really stand out to me. Yeah, Evan, you're right. The operator does look kind of small in that shot. Now that you mention it, I'd never noticed that. Not like too small, like small enough that the shot doesn't work, because it still does, but it definitely does crunch him down a little bit. I do remember there was a shot towards the end of season 3 where we actually, us and my parents built a big bonfire for us to use for B-roll footage. But we couldn't really use it because it was too small. Like, it looked too small on the camera. email saying I got a package, but I don't remember what I ordered. Wait. I know what it is. My mom sent me an Easter package, but I'm not allowed to open it until Easter. That last shot looked like Morrissey a little bit. Or maybe it was me.
Hey, Jessica, it's Alex.
Yeah, this was their
I just
next
wanted to call and let you
after
know
the season one.
that I got in touch with Amy, so just disregard my last message. Thanks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Ellis, that fella from that one video earlier, I think he lived across the hall from here. The only way you can make Joseph not look tall. Joseph, you should have asked me for some coughing practice, fella. Perfectly serviceable, don't get me wrong, but you gotta get some heft behind those bad boys. How did we come up with the cough? Well, we needed a symptom that could be depicted visually, but can be depicted with little to no makeup effects. Problem solving, ladies and gentlemen. I think the name of the operator came from that To the Ark video, maybe? Or maybe it was the other way around. I don't remember. Good point. What if it had been sneezing instead of coughing? Just in general for this whole thing. It would have been just like that one scene from Tom Goes to the Mayor. Every time, not only does everyone in this series sneeze instead of cough, but every time someone does sneeze, the other person in the scene says, "No, God bless you. No, God bless you. No, God bless you." Or if they just burped really loud. He did not videotape every single one of his phone calls. Yeah, instead of coughing every time somebody coughs, it's just Ah, God bless you. Ah, God bless you. Ah, God bless you. Just ripping it. That is a college student couch if I've ever seen one. And I know because the one that I had looked an awful lot like it. You know, I think later in the series we all agreed that Joseph we made a conscious effort for him to not wear his keys because enough people mentioned how loud his keys were. Guess how many people are watching without looking? 690. I feel like "why are you running" could be used in like most of this. I do remember a little behind the scenes tidbit for this, but I'll save it till after the scene's over. But it has to do with Hoodie's eyes in this scene right here. Yeah, a lot of people picked on that entry when it first came out because they thought I was deliberately trying to hit his face with the rock and mist. Come on.
The next time I see you,
Come
I'll
on.
kill you.
Who cued us to look up at the same time? I think because it was Troy in the outfit, and I think since we didn't have audio, I think he just said a verbal cue. Because you couldn't hear him anyway. So what I was going to say about Hoodie's eyes was that, because we were using the night vision on that camera, the night vision didn't pick up the face on the Hoodie mask because it was just bleach on a shirt, so it all blended in. So we had to make reflective eyes for it. And I want to say it was like cardboard circles with some kind of reflective tape over them so that it would actually reflect the light enough for the camera to pick them up. Pretty sure that's how we did that. All that stuff. Throw your IKEA boxes away, folks. Walked right past Ellis's room. PC cabinet open. Come on, Joseph. Close that bad boy up.
Jay, whenever you decide to look at your phone, call me back. Jay, you forgot your flashlight.
Ooh.
What are you doing here? What is this?
Just shut up. Turn on the flashlight. Look out your window. Look out the window.
Oh my god. You let it right here.
I didn't do anything.
You broke into my house. I was taking out the trash. What could you possibly have hoped to find in that amount of time?
I don't know.
I told you specifically not to follow me home. What now?
I don't know. Give me the flashlight.
I'm usually known for planning ahead.
It's not out there anymore.
Key! I feel like that operator shot, another one of my favorites, honestly. I feel like that's one of the ones that you see on, like, wikis and stuff. Maybe it's because it had that cool framing of the operator in the background and Alex in the foreground. Makes for a good, I don't know. It looks good. I like it, folks. I think it's good. Yeah, that's how I sleep most of the time. On my gamer chair, though.
What is it?
What is wrong with you, huh? Breaking into my apartment? What are you thinking?
Just calm down. I had a good reason.
And what would that be, huh?
I'm gonna whoop you in the
I
ass.
had a hunch.
A hunch?
Yeah.
Oh, a hunch. What did you expect to find, huh? This? You thought that some tape laying on my desk was going to be the answer to all of your questions?
I don't know, maybe.
You don't even know what's on this tape, do you?
Look, I'm not gonna say that there was tax fraud involved with anyone in the show, but I can't necessarily rule it out either.
How'd you get out of your apartment?
You know, Jay, I brought you out here because I thought you could help, but you've done nothing but make everything worse.
Yeah, really. Well, you know what?
Yeah, really.
You never really gave me a whole lot to go on. I've just been wandering around waiting on you to call. It's not really a good way to speed up the process, is it?
I think this was right behind the Winn-Dixie around the
I thought
corner
I was
from the
supposed to
apartment.
come out here to help you find Amy, but the way you've been acting recently, I'm thinking the exact opposite.
You listen to me.
Get off me.
Listen right now. It's a little difficult to try to find someone when you have psychopaths wearing masks tracking you down and people are breaking into your apartments. That did not happen before you came around.
I wanted to help you, Alex, but I've spent 3 months doing almost nothing. That is your fault, not mine.
How am I supposed to trust you to do anything when you're pulling stunts like this?
And I have still done
Just give him a little
so
slap.
much more than you have, Alex.
Oh, you think you're making such a huge difference?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you can do it by yourself. Because I'm done helping you.
Good. Great. Maybe now I can do something besides waiting on you constantly. Give me Jessica's phone number.
No. I'm done helping you.
Yeah?
So what happens when we wear them jangly old keys?
Guess you can't get your keys. Unless you give me the phone number.
That's the cussing in the show.
1102. What are you doing?
That's how I got my wife's number, by the way.
Making sure you gave me the right number. I'm just gonna take that and leave. Not that stupid.
Hey, this is Jessica. I'm not here right now. Leave me a message.
All right. Move. There's your keys. Might want to keep those in your pocket from now on.
Just hucked them bad boys on the ground. I just wish he'd thrown him down hard enough for him to bounce. I want to say that was the one where, like, one of them scratched the other one's car with the keys or something. And they're like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Hello?
Jessica.
Yeah? Who's this?
This is Jay. I'm a friend of Alex Crayley's.
Hi.
Listen, I know Alex has probably already asked you this, but have you seen Amy recently?
No, she's still with him, isn't she?
Still with him where?
You left her voicemail a few months ago saying you'd gotten in touch with her. Well, where did they go?
He did.
Is everything okay?
I've been around Alex these past few months looking for her. He told me he had no idea where she was.
What?
Has he called you back since then?
No, not since you left me that voicemail. Should I be worried? Where did Amy?
I'm not sure right now. I don't know why Alex would be telling different people different stories like that.
Well, what should I do?
If Alex calls you back, just to be safe, don't answer him. I'm gonna go talk to him soon and get everything straight with him, okay?
Okay.
And don't worry too much about it. He may have just misspoke or something. I mean, we'll find Amy. I mean, if Alex hasn't found her already.
Why didn't anyone call the cops ever in the show? Everyone else in the chat, you tell them. I don't even need to say it.
I'll call you back when I know something.
Thanks.
So, yeah, I'll talk to you later then.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That's right. Oh, I'm definitely hitting allow on that, yeah. You know, watching this now, one of the things I do really appreciate is I'm glad we didn't show this as taking place in any specific town. Like, it could be anywhere. There's a couple places you can kind of... I think there might be a couple of signs, maybe, but none of them are specific. Like, none of them are too... None of them are too much of a giveaway, I don't think. Maybe like somebody's license plate or something. It's like, do you live in a place where there is the woods? Then this could be in your backyard. Because like it's woodsy enough, but vaguely woodsy enough that it could be like, I mean, apart from the way people talk, you know, it could even be outside of the U.S. Like even potentially, I don't know. Turns out this took place in Ontario this whole time. Of course, I guess if this had taken place up north, they would have said, "Aw, geez," a lot more while they were fighting. "Aw, geez, did you leave the camera a couple miles in the woods there, fella?" Oh, you forgot your flashlight there, bud. Oh, for Pete's sake, do you still have the camera at least? Fortunately, it is at least very obvious this doesn't take place in Australia. Even I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, man, I tell you what, they used to take them dang old criminals and hang them up by them trees, man. I tell you what, man. That's what we should have done. Evan in the chat said his favorite things about this is by season 3, the world building of this series involves 2 different sets of woods. There's the Rosswood Woods, There's the... I don't know. You think there's only 2. Really, there's more than that. There's lots of different woods in this show. The wood some of the woods at nighttime that we used in season 3 were also the Nature Break Craig Digsby woods, which are not in Rosswood Park. They're actually by closer to the river. Yeah, which woods were the hospital in? Those were also different woods. To the Ark said, y'all sit down. How much longer is season 2? Let's see. How much more we got? About 45 minutes, I believe. We're at an hour and 38 minutes, and it runs for 2 hours and 22 minutes total.
Don't follow me. Don't follow me. I know you're there.
Me? Alberta is Canadian, Alabama. Oh. Harsh.
Hey man, you okay? Some help?
I told you not to follow me!
I don't know what you're talking about, guy.
God.
I don't know what you're talking about, guy. Yeah, we're going to do all of Season 2 today. I'm splitting Season 3 up because that bad boy is a long one. It's like 5.5 hours. So I think this guy was like one of Joseph's co-workers, maybe, I want to say. There's a lot of shots of this tunnel that I'm a big fan of in this, but that right there might be my favorite one. So make a good DVD cover. I think it is the box set DVD cover, or without the people, just the tunnel, I think. It's been a while. Consider his vibe checked. Oh yeah, I'm also using the tunnel as the background image here. Most of it's covered up, but see, look at it. That is basically what happened. It's like, hey, do you want? I do this web series. Do you want to die in it? And he was like, yeah, man, that sounds fun. Dead Meat mentioned Marble Hornets in their episode. I don't know what that is. Thanks, Dead Meat. I don't know if the rock is still there, but a rock is probably still there. Did we know how long the series was going to last? Nope. That's why season 3 was was longer than seasons 1 and 2 combined, and then some.
Look, it helps both of us. It's important. It's about it. Just meet me tomorrow as soon as you can.
Huh? Ah, I remember this one. I remember shooting it, rather. Those were always the fun ones, where it was just a really quick shot, and it's just like, hey, it's nighttime. Let's just go knock this really cool shot out real quick. You know, there were several props that we got, that we specifically got big versions so that they would show up well on camera, like the pills, for example. Probably wouldn't hurt to have done that with a knife, too. Oh well.
I am at Rosswood Park right now, waiting on
I think we
Alex.
just used it because it was Troy's knife.
Says, I guess something to show me in here, so I figured
Didn't really think about it. I mean, it's one of those things where you look at it in person and it doesn't look small. It looks like a normal-sized knife. But then you show it on the camera and it's like, well, it does look kind of small, but we've established it's Jay's knife now, so...
I'll talk to you later.
Well...
Bye.
Ready?
So that might be the new jacket that
guess so.
Joseph had to find online. And I think he still wears it whenever he streams sometimes, doesn't he?
What's that satchel thing in your passenger seat?
Pardon?
Camera case, and don't worry about it.
Don't ask me what's in it.
How far in are we going?
Pretty far.
Enough.
You're ready to walk.
Well, I don't really have much of a choice now, do I?
Joseph's Twitch is the same as his Twitter handle, which is GEAUXJOE.
So what is it you're going to show me?
Okay, I'm only going to ask you this once.
What?
Did you take anything from my apartment other than the tape?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you successfully steal something from me?
No, I didn't. I didn't have enough time to look.
Because it just so happens that I'm missing my spare front door key.
Do I
It's
still
not
go to
something I wanna
conventions?
lose.
I was going to.
No, I guess you wouldn't.
I was going to go to 2 conventions during the
Okay,
month of
if
March.
You know where it is, just
I
give
think
it
you
back
can
to
figure
me.
out why I didn't.
I don't know where it is. Do you hear something behind us? It sounds like something's following us. Listen.
I was going to do one in Florida. I was going to do one in Tennessee.
What?
Both of them. Well, I
things
can't
with Jessica?
go because they got canceled.
They're fine.
Is there anything I should know about?
That's why we're doing these.
No,
This is a
nothing comes
virtual
to mind.
convention we're doing now.
Listen. I keep hearing footsteps.
Montreal Comic Con isn't canceled yet. Well, will the borders be open by then? I'm sure it'll be real easy to get to Brazil right now. Easy.
So is this why we're out here? To, look at trees and tell spooky ghost stories?
Come here.
What?
Just come here.
Come here.
Wait, hold on a second. There's only about a minute left on this tape. I gotta change it real quick.
The footage that follows is of Alex
Look,
hooting and
Alex, it's
hollering.
getting really dark in here. We should probably just leave and come back some other time when we have more daylight. Yeah?
All right. Next time, bring Jessica. I want her to see it too.
Yeah, sure.
To all of the people saying, will I
Is this the
come
way
to
out?
X place? I will if I get an invite.
Come on.
Because travel isn't free, but it is if you're a convention guest. Or at least it should be.
Alright, whatever. I'm leaving.
True or false, you're full of excuses. The sounds of the South. The soundscape. I was going to say the soundscape of the boonies, but I know this isn't the boonies. It's just a little ways out of town. I envy anyone who has only ever heard cicadas but never seen one up close. Awful creatures. Did we ever have to clean up the audio? You know what? It never got super windy from what I remember. It was pretty good at keeping the wind out. I think probably because it was like inside the camera casing. Maybe.
Stop.
Once again, Death Stranding flashbacks from earlier.
Stop.
Buddy, I'm the one who's winded here.
Stop running.
I was the only smoker of the team.
Wyatt, what do you want?
I believe this was right outside the tunnel entrance on the other side, which we never filmed because it goes straight into the woods. I think I was sitting on top of it, just kind of watching him film this shot real quick. So I'm probably right above his head right there. You do get some good echoes in there. That's why you always keep your GoPro on. Do not turn it off. GoPro doesn't take tapes either, by the way. We're a strictly tape-free production. Props only. Oh, we're at 696 viewers. Heyo. I don't even know if the Marble Hornets, the main camera, I don't even know if it used SD cards. I think you had to plug it straight into the computer. I don't remember. It's been a long time. You know, with one of those special cables you had to find on eBay if you lost it. Folks, I gotta say it. Key. Don't you just love when you never bother finishing moving out? You still have a bunch of your stuff in boxes. I lived in this apartment for like 2 years and I've still got some stuff boxed up. guys live in apartments like this and see no issue. I was just about to make a headboard joke. I don't think he does have a headboard, does he? Straight up. Dang, bud, you don't even have a headboard in here? He's a film student. Of course he doesn't have a headboard. I keep having to uncensor ACAB in the chat. Keeps auto-filtering it. It keeps doing it! Oh my lordy. Okay, fortunately, my wife hopped into the mod tools. So, definitely allow that. Yep.
Are you recording now?
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
some B-roll.
Yes.
Where's Seth at?
We came out here yesterday and he wasn't feeling too good, so he just stayed home today.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. What I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to
The
set up
payoff
right
of the
here
whole season.
so you can't see my shadow. And I'm going to have you walk along the frame, starting where you are.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, just walk along. If you want to walk on the rail, that's fine. Just reflective. And just keep on going. I'll tell you when you're out of the frame again.
Okay. Cool. Are we allowed to talk now or is it just silent?
Yeah, I'm just going to put music over it. All right, that's good. Come on back.
All right.
Dang, this looks like it was early in the morning. That didn't happen very often when we were making these early morning shoots. Does he have a mall cop stash? No, but he did for a little bit.
I'm just gonna stare off in the distance like I don't care. So, what is this place?
I think it was like an old doctor's office or something. When Seth and I were out here yesterday, we found it and I thought it looked cool, so I figured we could come here and get some shots.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's got the whole burned out building feel to it.
So, like, what are we gonna be shooting in this part?
I figured I'd just get some B-roll. We can just say that it's like Brian's old elementary school or something like that that burned down. So,
Okay.
another little reflective spot.
You sure we're not gonna get in trouble for like being here?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a burned out building. Who cares?
We might need to leave after we get the shot done, dude.
We'll make it quick.
Very little acting
Alright,
going
go
on
ahead.
here, I don't think.
Am I supposed to be silent?
You were. Okay.
Alright, we good? What is this part supposed to mean? I'm so awesome at this.
I don't even know if he was on camera for that. I don't even know if he knew he was on camera for that.
All right. What I want you to do is just come up and lean against this door.
Like that.
Yep. And just kind of lean your head up against it and keep your head down. I'm going to do a few shots of this.
Okay.
Zoom
You want
down.
hands in the pockets?
Yeah, keep the hands in the pocket. Just... All right, I'm rolling.
No, God bless you.
Good take. All right, I'm shooting.
Okay.
I'm so glad we didn't try to just make this thing be serious the
It's
entire
fine,
time.
Brian.
I was just wondering. I don't want someone to like walk in and like us getting like arrested or something.
Well, the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can leave.
Okay.
So, just bear with me.
Mwah. He's just standing there, menacingly.
Alex! Alex, where are you? Alex! 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 Where are you? Alex! Tim?
That's me!
Tim! Alex! Seriously, come on!
I don't remember if we shot all of this entry at the same time or if my part was at the end there. Surely we did. I think I was there for the whole thing, but I honestly, I don't remember very well. I remember this part. I remember the dragging, yeah. I don't remember anything before that. So it may have been different days. Now, the asbestos in here wasn't too bad. That was the other place. So in season 3, we have a scene in this building that is supposed to take place in what was Tim's old room. And the reason we chose that room was because there was an old... We found like a burned out mattress in it. Or like... not even a whole mattress. It was more like
Is gone.
it was just like the springs that
I
were
don't
left over.
remember what happened.
But then when we went to actually shoot it, it was
We were the only
not
two
there
left.
anymore. But we just
Now left.
used it anyway.
Brian is gone. Tim, and Jay, and Sarah.
This is a YouTube
Everyone.
video, apology video
gone.
setup. You're right.
I'm here at Rosswood Park again. Waiting on Alex again. Last night, I watched the tape that I took from his apartment. And it is abundantly clear that I should not be trusting him at all right now. I don't know what exactly happened to Brian. I probably don't want to know exactly what happened to Brian. All I do know, or at least what I think I know, is that Alex knew something was going to happen when he brought him there. He didn't care about shooting Marble Hornets. For all I know, he wanted Brian out of the way. Jessica's on her way to meet Alex and I here. She knew whatever it is Alex has to show us has something to do with Amy, so I guess she thinks following a stranger into the woods is a good idea. Even though I'm not really one to judge, because following Alex into the woods is a terrible idea, period. But I mean, I'm not going to tell her that. I don't want to scare her or anything. It might be nothing. He might actually show us something. But if he does try anything, I'm going to make sure that Jessica gets out. Whatever it is that I have to do to make sure of that, I don't care. So I guess that's my confession or whatever about what happened, if anything does happen to me.
I always forget about this part, so maybe she was there for more than just that one day at the hotel. Unless they shot this in between, maybe.
How far in is it?
Brian does not have a Twitch account. He is not extremely online, unlike me.
How much further is it?
Right up here. Not much longer.
Alex, why don't you just tell us where we're going? You're not doing a very good job of putting either of us at ease.
Look, it's a little difficult to put into words. You're just gonna have to see it for yourself. Go.
He traded his loud keys for a loud jacket.
There's a distance between us and him.
I think I hear footsteps or something behind us.
Now, if you look up above the entrance to this barn here, you can see a certain masked fellow peeking out of there a little earlier than his actual appearance. Look real close up there. You see a little bit. Oh, there he goes.
In here.
Stay behind me.
Just a teensy little, cheeky little peek. Just sneaky little, cheeky little peek.
It's over there.
What is it we're looking for?
You wanted your answers. It's over there. I don't want to see it again.
It's over by the wooden barnyard
Alex,
animals
just
in the
tell
back.
us what it is.
Look next to the piggy. It's right
I know
there.
you've been following me too.
What?
I've had plenty of chances to do this.
So you're going to kill us?
I didn't want to get Jessica involved. That's why I told her that I found Amy. That's your fault.
Alex, please!
When I gave you the safe, I told you never to mention him again. I know that implied not sharing him with the world.
I didn't know.
I never should have given you the safe in
Uh-oh.
the first place. I should have burned him when I had...
Go.
I won, by the way. I don't remember what actually happened. I'm just assuming that I won.
And meet me at the hotel over on about an hour. We need to go somewhere where he's not going to think to look for us, and we'll figure out what to do from there.
So that was another cuss we had to bleep out. Meet me at the hotel over there by Shit Creek. You know where it is. What happened in real life there? I think we just made a bunch of noise. Yeah, good point. If Alex hadn't left his windows rolled down, we wouldn't have seen like half of the season. Does the hand move again?
You got everything you need?
Yeah.
I think we should just stay in our hotel rooms for the rest of the day, and then we'll figure out where we're going tomorrow. Before you check in, these right here, these are all the tapes that I've been shooting on my camera. All of my interactions with Alex and everything are on all of these tapes. This one right here is really important. This is the one I took out of Alex's apartment that he didn't want me to see. And one more thing, there's this hard drive that I just took from him. I don't know what's on it, but I'm also pretty sure it's important. So I'm going to take all of the stuff, just in case anything happens. I'm going to put it in the safe that's in my room. So I need a 4-digit combination that both of us can remember, just in case you need to get in it for any reason.
6969.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's too easy. That's the first thing I try.
Well, how about the last 4 digits of my phone number? That's easy to remember.
What is it?
It's 1102.
Yeah, I can remember that. That's
Okay.
fine.
Alright, I'm gonna go check
The
in.
1, 2,
My
3,
head's killing
4
me.
joke was one that I remember
All
Troy
right.
was looking forward to the entire season of being able to actually show. Because if you go back and watch the beginning of the season, when he tries to open the safe, the first number he tries is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, so this one was done. This one was done like chronologically at the end, and they had. I think it was just Troy and Joseph doing this one, and they had to get really creative with the camera angles because they like remodeled the entire inside of the hotel room. So that's why you don't see the safe or the carpets, because the safe wasn't there and the carpets were different. Yeah, they'd either gotten rid of the safes altogether or they just moved them to a different place in the room. And, you know, even if it was in the room but a different place, but, you know, they still would have, it still wouldn't match. Of course, you can see the carpet right there, so I don't know. Maybe they didn't remodel the carpet. I don't remember. Either way, it was different. Do I hate that I'm associated with Marble Hornets? Well, if I did, I wouldn't be doing this. Even she's hooting and hollering in this.
Jessica! Jessica, open the...
I'm assuming they probably had to record that screen somewhere else. Ah. Did he run towards him, or was he pulled towards him? I don't know. You tell me. Well, folks, we're at the end. So we're at the driving shot. If it's a driving shot, that means it's either at the beginning or the end. Can I stream it in chronological order next? No. I'm not going to show any bloopers because I don't want to have those recorded on the Twitch channel. And I don't think I can turn that off in the middle of a broadcast or anything. There he is. Did I eBay that shirt? Whatever happened to that shirt? I liked that shirt. So the parking lot where I yell at Jay and I punch him was like just to the right of where the camera was pointing right there. Oh, you know I'm going to be in some flannel tomorrow. You know it. Folks, we did it. We have now reached the end of Season 2 of Marble Hornets. 2 down, 1 to go. The longest one that is longer than both of the previous ones to go. That is why we're splitting it up over multiple days. At least 2, possibly 3. When we will continue, I haven't decided yet. Maybe Saturday, maybe not till Monday. Not sure. But regardless, part 1 of Season 3 is going to be tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. So... I do believe that'll do it. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderful evening. If you were here last night for Season 1, double thank you. If not, that's okay. Fortunately for you, the series is on YouTube, so you can go watch it whenever you want to. So yeah, we are through the end of, we've just finished entry 52. Entry 53 picks up tomorrow night at 7 p.m. See you then.